stream, give y'all some inspiration, motivation, and build. Y'all know how I go, man. So I'm gonna give everybody about a minute or two to tap in with the kid, man. It's just one of those spontaneous joints. Wasn't supposed to have this type of time, but I'm gonna utilize this time wisely, man. Y'all know how I go. Try to be efficient with the time, man. So how y'all living? How y'all feeling on this wonderful Thursday? It's a little rainy on my end, man. So hopefully y'all having better weather where y'all are located and residing. So how y'all feeling, man? What's the word? Like I said, I got about a few minutes to chop it up. I do not have long, man. So I'm definitely going to be efficient with this time in regards to getting the point across. Montel, peace, what's happening? FS, peace, what's the word? Montel, everything gets good my way. Everything gets smooth. Like I said, considering the weather, it's out here. It's a rainy day, but it's all good, though. We don't let the weather dictate the mood. Magic Realms, Justin, peace, what's the word? How we living, how we feeling, man? What's the word? What's the word? Lindell, peace, my brother, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? We talking about support here, man. Again, this is reoccurring theme here when it comes to black people, man. The lack of support that we display towards one another is crazy. And we always wonder why our conditions remain the same or things get worse. And when I turn around and look at the lack of support on a macroscopic level, it's crazy out here. I start to understand why things don't drastically change for us. Chuck, peace, what's happening? Hey, Lateris, what's happening? What is happening? Gotta get you back in this joint. You see where I'm at? What's happening? Mo Ease, peace, what's happening? Brandon, peace, Mo Ease for sure. Righteously, most definitely, man. We got to get the support back, man. It's crazy because everybody was out here supporting Deontay Wilder for sure. I really wanted him to knock the white boy out, but I understand dude ain't as far as being a skilled boxer, ain't necessarily the best in that regards, but I like the energy. A lot of black people were supporting him, and then a lot of black people was making fun of the dude, man. But what I'm saying is, in those type of situations, like back in the day, like we rallied behind the black athlete. We rallied behind the black person that was fighting. We felt like that was a representation of our race. You know what I'm saying? So we backed the black boxer, no matter if we agree with the ideology or whatever the case may be. He had our full support. And we not about to bash him if he went out there and took a L. Wasn't about to bash him. So I saw a lot of people supporting Deontay Wilder, and I saw a lot of people bashing him once he took the L and things of that nature. See, that's the type of stuff that we got to stop doing. We don't have to necessarily bash him, man. He went out there. He fought. He lost. I didn't like the fact that he lost. I ain't like some of the ways that he was boxing. I ain't like the technique and all of that type of stuff, man. But I'm rallying for him. I ain't about to down that brother. I ain't about to talk bad about that brother. Not about to talk bad about him at all. Then the same thing in regards to this Kyrie Irving situation, man. We should be riding for Kyrie. We should be behind Kyrie. And if we don't agree with what he is saying, then we shouldn't be out here on these platforms bashing him. Like, why are we so quick to go on these platforms and bash our own people, man? We got to start making that make sense, man. We ready. We be ready to go on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and bash another black person and tell them and tell the world how stupid we think they are for the decisions that they are making. The way the system is attacking them. We like to get on these platforms. We rush on these platforms and be like, oh, man, look how stupid he is. He this, that, and the third. Or we want to try to minimize what they are doing. There's a lot of people trying to minimize what Kyrie Irving is doing. You know, and we like to compare and contrast. You know, black people, we all bad with that. Black people, we like to compare and contrast a lot, man. Compare and contrast a lot. And we need to stop doing that, man. Kyrie Irving is Kyrie Irving. I don't expect Kyrie Irving to be Muhammad Ali. I don't expect Kyrie Irving to be John Carlos. I don't expect him to be any of them. Kyrie Irving is the first Kyrie Irving. I don't recall Kyrie Irving ever standing up saying he's trying to be like Muhammad Ali. I don't think I've ever recalled Kyrie Irving standing up saying I'm trying to move like Muhammad Ali moved. Kyrie Irving is moving how Kyrie Irving wants to move. So why we got to compare the two? Why we got to say, oh, there will never be another Muhammad Ali, or Kyrie Irving, he ain't the same as Muhammad Ali. Dude ain't trying to be Muhammad Ali. He's Kyrie Irving. We need to look at him in that light. What is the point of comparing and contrasting? Oh, well, he ain't Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali this, that, and the third. Muhammad Ali made this sacrifice. Kyrie Irving's still good. He still got millions. What is the point? What is the point? It's a whole different ball game. Whole different ball game, but we got to compare and contrast to try to minimize what that brother is doing. Man, this stuff is bigger than basketball. What Kyrie Irving doing to me is big. It's big because he could easily just shut up and dribble, as they say. He could easily just be like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just get this jab, man. We're going to go ahead and continue to play and try to win this championship. He could easily do that. He can easily do that, man, but he's standing on his square. He's standing for something, and he's receiving a lot of backlash, a lot of criticism, and he's still standing up to the beast. He's still standing up to the beast. Like I said, hopefully he don't fold. But I feel like, man, we should be better in regards to our support towards the brother, man, because, again, he don't have to do what he's doing, and he's standing on his square, man, something that we should be able to appreciate. We should be able to appreciate what he's doing, how he's moving, how he's going about it. He's no longer letting these white folks pressure him into doing something. He's no longer letting these white folks dictate how he move. He's no longer letting them do that. He's exercising his power and control. I don't understand how black people can't resonate with that. Why are you hating on that man? Why we want to hate on the black man and say, look, man, I don't care what Massa is telling me to do. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. The cultivator of sports. Peace, what's happening? Terenzo, the peace, what's happening? Like, we should be able to appreciate how Kyrie is moving, man. We should be able to appreciate it, man. I don't understand where all the criticism is coming from, man. We not gonna have another Muhammad Ali. We should not want to have another Muhammad Ali, man. We don't want to have the same person. We want to have different we want to have different people, man. We don't want to have the same type of person coming through. We don't want to keep having a bunch of Muhammad Alis. Like, no. Nah, we gotta attack this thing from different angles, man. So again, like I said in previous streams, I appreciate what Kyrie is doing. I wasn't the biggest Kyrie Irving fan, but now I am a fan because I like the way that he's standing up for himself, standing up for something that's bigger than him at this particular moment. Because as I've said, people should not be out here losing jobs, man, because of this jab. Like that, listen, this should not be a reason why people are losing jobs, man, losing money, losing the ability to take care of their families, take care of themselves, feed their families, feed themselves. No, this jab should not be the cause of that. You not wanting to get the jab should not cost you your livelihood. It just shouldn't. But people want to act like it's your choice. People want to act like people got decisions out here. Man, that's all type of pressure, man. That's all type of pressure, and that's pretty much what Kyrie Irving is out to. That's what he's fighting against. That's what he's fighting against, man. People should not be losing their jobs, man. Shouldn't be that serious, man. People should not be losing their jobs. Should not be losing their jobs, man. But that's what's happening. That's what's happening. People get hit with the ultimatum. You either get this jab or you lose your job. But you can make an informed decision. It's your body. Come on, man. Like, that's all type of pressure, man. That's all type of pressure that most people gonna fold because most people live check to check. They can't afford to just walk out from that job. They can't afford to just leave the job because the job that mandated this jab. Like, they can't afford to do that. Most people can't afford to do that. So if the job hit them with the ultimatum, most people gonna be like, well, you know what? I gotta get the jab. And if it kills me, then my family can't sue. So we just all bad out here, man. But I can't afford to walk away from it. I can't afford to walk away from it, man. So I like he said, man, this is bigger than basketball. It's bigger than basketball. I don't feel like people should be losing their jobs over this type of stuff. I don't feel like people should be losing their ability to feed their fam over this, man. Our brother Antonio, you already know. I don't feel like people should be losing their jobs, man. I'm 100% in agreement with that. I don't feel like people should be losing their jobs over this particular situation, man. I really don't feel like that should be happening, man. All these bad habits and whatnot that's causing all these unhealthy conditions in these people, and y'all about to, this is what's going to cause people to lose their jobs. This is what's going to cause people to not be able to feed their families. Come on, man. Come on, man. Black people, we gotta do a better job, man. We gotta ride for our people. We gotta ride with our people. We gotta ride with our people, man. We gotta stop bashing them on these platforms. And I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself too. Gotta do better with that, man. Gotta do better with that, man. It's a time and a place, man, to air out our differences, to air out the dirty laundry, man. We gotta start moving behind closed doors a lot better, man. We on these platforms and we be going in, man. We be going in on one another, man. We be making memes out of one another, man. It be getting too crazy. It be getting too vicious out here. And that's the type of stuff that they want to see, man. We just kicking brothers when they down. Kicking brothers when they already down. Shakir, peace, what's happening? So we gotta start doing that, man. We gotta be better in regards to our support towards one another, man. We gotta be better with that. Like I said, if you don't agree with how somebody is moving, then you can keep that to yourself. You ain't got, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna agree with everything and everybody, but we ain't got to go bashing people, man. A lot of people, man, they dedicate their whole platform, man. Like, dedicate the whole platform to airing out another brother or a sister, man. Like, who does that? Who does that? Oh, Chuck, for sure. You already know how I feel about that, man. Definitely work better alone, but at the same time, man, I'm for my black. I'm race first, man. So I'm for my black people. I'm for the black man. I want to see the black man win. Whether or not I work better alone, I still want to see the black man win. It's all about just supporting, man. And you can support. You can support from afar. It's just the support. I just want to see the black man win regardless, man. My energy is always that way, man. Even if I'm involved in it or not. I'm always rooting for the black man. I'm always rooting for the black woman. I always want to see them win. Like I said, whether I'm involved in it or not, I'm always pushing that type of energy. I'm always pushing that type of energy. If it's an event going on, I'm rooting for the black man. If it's something that's going on that involves a black man coaching, I want to see the black coach win. If he going against the white coach, like, I'm always supporting my people. I want to see them win. I want to see them win regardless of how I work or how well I work. Whether it's alone or with a team, you know, I'm rooting for the black team, 100%. I'm rooting for the black team all day, every day. Rooting for the black team. I want to see the black team win, man. When the black team win, I win. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it, man. So with the Kyrie situation, man, if Kyrie win, I win. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I feel about it. He's standing for something. He's not letting this system put that pressure on him and then causing him to fold. That's what it's about, man. I know how that goes. Like I said, I done did that. I done battled like that in high school. Implementing rules, trying to get you to do certain things that go against your very nature, go against your core principles. I'm not bowing down. So I understand how the fight go. You know what I'm saying? I understand the type of criticism you will receive. Like I said, I went through that in high school, man. I went through that in high school with the hair and whatnot. Like, it may not be big to some people, but it's big to people such as myself, man. This is big. It's a big fight. Standing up for your principles, standing up for your core beliefs and things like that, man, no, that's big. That's big. When you got something that you seriously believe in, like when you got core principles that you seriously believe in, and the system try to get you to go against them core principles, and you fight against that and you come out victorious, that's a great feeling. That's a great feeling. That is a great feeling, man. When the high school tried to get me to cut the locks, and I came out victorious and I didn't end up cutting my hair, that was a great feeling. That was a great feeling, man. When I kept fighting, I was taking your detention. Give me your detention. Give me that. And I was figuring out ways around the rules without having to cut my locks. That was a great feeling. I wasn't bowing down. I didn't bow down, man. That's a great feeling, man. That energy is great. You know what I'm saying? When the system try to discriminate against the black man and the black man comes out on top because he's relentless. That was a great feeling, man. That was a great feeling. And I was a young bull, so you know what I'm saying? The older I get, the better that feels. When these white folks make these rules, man, these rules that's obviously discriminate towards us, or they enforce these policies that's obviously affecting us the most, and we fight back and we don't fold, we come out victorious, great feeling. That's progress right there. That's progress. Brandon, exactly. It's not a choice. If you call getting a jab or not generating income to feed your family a choice, then, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like when they give us the politicians. It's an illusion. They give you the candidates to vote for, and then they tell you that you have a choice. Like, no, you really literally didn't. They gave you two options, and they forced you to choose between those two options. That's an illusion. That's an illusion. That's what politics is. You know what I'm saying? So this is the same thing with this situation. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. All right, we're going to give you this jab, and we're going to tell you to make an informed decision. But then we're going to give you the option. If you don't get the jab, then you lose your job. You can't go to functions. All this type of nonsense. But then we're going to say it's your choice. It's your body. It's your choice. It's your right. They're going to start saying things like that. But then say if you don't get it, then you lose everything. But it's your choice, though. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Just like if I give you that shotgun, I give you that knife, and I say, which one do you want to use? Which one do you want me to utilize to kill you? Come on, man. Lesser of two evils out here. Lesser of two evils, man. Stop playing with us. Kevin and Kayla Productions. Peace. What's happening? What's happening? Lindell for sure, man. That's all. That's basically what I'm talking about. When it comes to sports, like if they could get on one accord, all the power that they have, man. I'm mad that it's really only Kyrie and maybe a select other few. But man, if they could all get on one accord with this type of stuff, man, we can't get on one accord with nothing. Just imagine if some of the other bigger athletes in the NBA was on the same wave that Kyrie was on. Just imagine if LeBron was on the same wave, man. If all of them was on the same wave. LeBron, Westbrook, the Giannis, all of these dudes, man. Just imagine if they was all like, you know what, I ain't getting it. Just imagine if they all was on that in the same boat saying, you know what, I'm not getting it. Just imagine the impact that would have. See, they can afford to make an example out of one. They can afford to make an example out of Kyrie. They can make Kyrie look crazy. But just imagine if all these other players, man, stood behind him and said, you know what, or stood with them and said, nah, we not getting it. But see, they didn't already got it. They didn't already put the pressure on them. They didn't already put the pressure on them. They didn't already put the pressure on him. Man, that's what I want to see. I want to see more big names stand up for something collectively. It's always just like one or like a few. It's always one or like a few. And that's it. That's it. Lindell for sure. With the Jon Gruden situation, and it's crazy. The Jon Gruden situation, if you are not familiar with the head coach of the Raiders, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just look that up. But yeah, they tapped into his emails and whatnot, leaked the emails. They wasn't even about, like, nothing was about to happen to him when he made the racial slurs toward a black man. It's when he came for the LGBTQ community. That's when he had to resign. That's when they really was about to apply that pressure on him. When he said what he said about the black man, when he made those racist remarks, they wasn't about to do anything to him. They was gonna eat that. But when he said those things that would have offended or that offended the LGBTQ community, that's when it became a problem. That is when it became a problem. Eric Peace, what's happening? What's the word? Yeah, Kevin and Kayla for sure. See, divide and conquer is how they got us, man. Like I said, man, I just need a select group. I need these athletes really to band together, man, because they got a lot of power, man. And again, it's on the mainstream scale. And what's crazy, man, it's crazy, man, because a lot of them brothers, man, a lot of them brothers be knowing what's going on. They be tapped in to a lot of content that's underground. You know what I'm saying? So they need to do a better job of just bringing certain things to the surface. A lot of them are too afraid, though. They're afraid to speak the truth to power. A lot of these athletes are afraid. That intimidation, that fear. They let them instill that fear in them, man. So they're afraid to come out with the truth. A lot of them be knowing what's happening. They be knowing what's going on. They be tapped into YouTube. They be tapped into the books. They just don't want to say anything because they fear what will happen to them. They fear the consequences. But these athletes got to stop living in fear, man. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. Speak your mind and stop apologizing. You know what I'm saying? You mention the Jews and then you come back, retract your statement. I apologize, because they start canceling you. You know what I'm saying? You start losing sponsorships. Like, come on, man. We can't be afraid of that. We can't be afraid of that. We can't be afraid of that. Terenzo, my brother, appreciate the donation, and for sure, giving choices or illusions, 100%, because that's literally what they doing. They giving you the options and making you choose between those options. That's the biggest illusion known to man. They giving you the options and they making you choose. Give you the options. Giving you the options, man, that is an illusion. I'm forcing you to choose between the options that I have given you. That is like the biggest illusion. That's the biggest illusion. That's one of the best ways to get people. Big illusion, man. Big illusion. Like, all right, here, boom. I'm gonna give you A, B, and C, and you gotta choose between A, B, and C. Now I'm making it feel like you have power in this, man. I'm making it feel like you have say so in what's happening, but you don't. Jaiki Peace, what's happening, Queen? I don't know if I just fumbled the name, but hey, I forget every time how to pronounce the name. But hey, Peace, Queen, what's happening? Kevin and Kayla, they can't cancel the whole league at all. And we got to start understanding that. They need us more than we need them. But they got us believing that the opposite of that is true. They got us believing that we definitely need them more than they need us. That is not an actual fact. They need us way more than we need them, but we cannot seem to grasp that reality. We can't seem to grasp that reality, man. They need us a lot more than y'all know. A lot more than the people know. They need us terribly. Like, they need us. They need us terribly. They need us terribly. They need us terribly. Dominic Peace, what's happening? King Ramsey, for sure. They listen. Yeah, they definitely under those contracts. It's just like the music artists, you know what I'm saying, that sign. And y'all know I'm a hip hop head, man. I'm a music head. I'm saying when you do the knowledge to a lot of these artists from back in the day, they tell you like the very first contract that they signed was like terrible. Terrible. A lot of those music artists, they realize later on in their life that the best move or the best way to move is to go independent. And a lot of people talk about the first contracts that they signed. You already know when they talk about selling the soul, all that type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? When they talk about that, like that's what they mean, man. They sign a contract, man. They basically sign their life away to these individuals. Sometimes it's the same with these athletes, man. These athletes don't really realize what they are signing. They really don't realize what they are signing. They really don't realize what they're signing, man. But a lot of, like, when I would study all the hip-hop artists, man, they'd talk about the very first contract they signed and how the contract was trash. You know what I'm saying? And then how they learned from that initial first contract signing, and then they just negotiated better contracts, so they went independent. Things along those lines, man. We got to understand our power, especially these athletes, man. Got to understand your power as an athlete. You got to negotiate a better contract. You know what I'm saying? If we're not going to do our own thing, we got to negotiate better contracts. You know what I'm saying? We got to negotiate things that make sense, that benefit us as a whole, that make it better for the next generation that's going to come underneath us or come after us. So it'll be better to just create our own thing, man. We got to keep planting that seed. We got to keep planting that seed. We got to keep planting that seed for these athletes, man. Do your own thing. Do your own thing. Do your own thing. Start our own leagues. Start your own league. Then when we start the own league, we got to watch it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm waiting on. When they start their own league, I'm tapped in, I'm tuned in. I'm gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta tap in, we gotta support it. It's one thing for them to do it, then it's another thing when we don't support it when they do it. Sometimes that's the problem. So when these brothers do their own thing, we don't support it, we just overly criticize it. Like, man, people gotta start somewhere, man. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Master P, like Master P in his movies. Man, his movies ain't never the best as far as the quality goes. But, man, we got to support it so it can become better. You know what I'm saying? But instead, we like to call it garbage. Man, you got to understand a long-term perspective behind it, man. He doing all this stuff independently. He don't have these white folks backing him. So he working with what he got. He working with what he got. And I understand that. I understand that as a small business owner myself. It ain't going to be perfect out the gate, man. It ain't going to be perfect out the gate. You know what I'm saying? We just got to keep supporting it, though. We got to keep supporting it. Dudes like Boosie. Boosie came out with the movie. You know how the LGBTQ community and all that trying to cancel that, man. He comes out with the movie. We got to support it. We got to pay the 20. Pay the 20 to support it. Because they will get better. They will get better. They will get better, man. We got to start support. We got to support our own, especially when they doing their own thing. The boss, you say, appreciate the donation. You say, are you aware of the mark of the beast and that the elite are making a way for the Antichrist now? They're behind. We got to code that word because we trying to stick around. We got to code that. You know what I'm saying? We got to code that. They're behind all of that. They behind the virus and whatnot. But I got a lot of different interpretations in regards to like the mark of the beast and the Antichrist and things along those lines, especially when you break those words down. But they definitely behind the manufacturing of this particular virus, just like they were behind the manufacturing of HIV and AIDS. I mean, there's literally documentaries out showing you how they manufactured that virus. So if they can manufacture a virus such as that, if they can manufacture something like HIV and AIDS, they definitely can manufacture something like this. And the common denominator is it's always an animal that's involved. So if y'all remember originally how this stuff popped off, it revolved around an animal. Y'all know which animal I'm talking about, but it revolves around an animal. Just like HIV, the animal at that point was like, it was a monkey, a chimp. I forgot if like it was a monkey, you know, and they had the cousin of the HIV virus is SIV, and that only exists in the chimps. So it's only one way that virus could have made it to humans. With y'all's experimenting with that chimp, then y'all, boom, transferred it over to humans. Are we out here having sexual encounters with monkeys? Now that's possible because some of these white people do that, bestiality. But we already know it, they manufactured it. They manufactured it in the lab. They manufactured it in the lab. We already know. Eric, for sure. I know people, like I said, I know personal situations. I know personal situations where people that lost family members, man, because of the jab. Now, everybody want to try to guilt trip us, and they want to say all the people that then died of the virus. Oh, man, the virus is real. The virus is real. I had it, and it took me out. It took me out. I watched my family member die of the virus. Come on, man. You also probably know somebody that died of diabetes. You probably also know somebody that died of a heart attack. You probably also know somebody that suffered from a stroke. You probably done had all of these type of conditions in your family, but that ain't motivated you to eat better. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to guilt trip me. Don't try to tell me I ain't taking life seriously because there's people out here dying of this virus. It's people out here dying of all other type of ailments too. And I don't see y'all trying to change y'all lifestyle to prevent that type of stuff from spreading. And it's spreading because we passing down the bad habits. You know somebody in your family that died of cancer. What you doing to stop that? You know somebody in your family that got diabetes right now that's suffering and struggling. What you doing to stop that? What you doing to make sure you don't come down with that? What you doing? What you doing? So just like y'all know people that then died and suffered of the virus, I know people that then died of the jab and suffered from the jab. I know plenty of people. I know plenty of people. Again, y'all can't guilt trip me. I'm the wrong one. You're not going to guilt trip me. It's not going to work. You could give me the sob story about people that died of the virus. Man, listen, it's messed up. It's messed up, but it's also messed up when people die of all these other ailments that we've been trying to warn y'all about. You know what I'm saying? Like when people die of a heart attack, that's just as messed up as somebody dying from this virus. When people die of diabetes, that's just as messed up as people dying, as somebody dying from this virus. It's all messed up. So we trying to give y'all a lifestyle that will help minimize all of that. It will help minimize all of that. That's what we saying. That's what we are presenting. So we trying to give you alternatives to implement on a day-to-day basis that will prevent all of that. That will prevent all of that. So when you change your whole lifestyle, you will see that less people will be impacted severely from any type of virus, let alone dying from it. But y'all think the only way for that to be possible is if they get a jab. That's what y'all think. That's what the people think. That's not accurate. That's not a fact at all. They got y'all thinking that this is one-dimensional and one-sided, that it's only one way to stay healthy out here. That's what they got people thinking. Ooh, hey, Queen, listen. That's another thing that's bothering me. The family members. Like the family members and the people that's around you trying to apply that pressure. It's almost like people are getting disowned out here for not getting a jab. It's like your own family eternal. Like they don't trust you coming around functions. Like coming around family, man. Like they don't trust inviting you to the function because you not getting the jet. Like that's where we at with it. And again, you might be the healthiest person in the whole entire family. But y'all doing me a favor because I'm looking for a reason not to go to the function. You know what I'm saying? If you want to discriminate against me like that because I want to make that type of decision, I don't want to put something into my body that I'm not sure how I'm going to react to it. And I'd rather just eat clean, exercise, meditate, affirmations, do all that other good stuff. If you want to disown me for that and not invite me to the functions for that, be my guest. Be my guest. Dominique, for sure, man. My sister and my brother had COVID, man. My sister, my brother, I done had an aunt have it. I had several people had COVID. And I done been around all of it. And I ain't even got the slightest bit of a cold. Slightest bit of a cold. I done been around it. Slightest bit of a cold. I haven't got the slightest bit of a cold. Slightest bit of a cold, man. We good. We good. We good. And I'm not saying I'm invincible, but I know, listen, if I do get something, I know how to go about attacking it. I know how to starve it. You know what I'm saying? I know how to minimize the damage. So I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of a virus, man. Not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it at all. I'm not living in fear of some manufactured virus. I'm not living in fear of it, man. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it at all, man. When you do what you need to do on a day-to-day basis, take care of yourself mentally and physically, what is there to fear, man? When you know and understand everything can be reversed, everything can be beat, conquered, and all that type of stuff, there is nothing for me to fear. There is nothing for me to fear at all. Like, I ain't afraid. I'm not afraid of it at all. Like, I'm not afraid of anything. But again, I'm not. And when people hear that, when people hear me say that, they like, oh, you walking around here reckless. No, it's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the reason why I don't fear these things is because I practice doing what I need to do on a day-to-day basis. So when you practice what you need to do on a day-to-day basis, what is there to fear? When you know about the power of fasting, when you know about the power of the fruits and veggies and the herbs, things along those lines, when you know about the power of the affirmations and just the mind in general, what is there to fear? Please tell me, what do I have to fear? Please tell me. Classic Drip Rob, 100%, man. 100%. We don't die. Hey, listen. We transform, man. That's what we do. That's what we do. Like, that's literally what we do. So I have no fear whatsoever of a virus, of any type of ailment. I have no fear whatsoever. I don't live my life in fear of that. I do what I need to do, man, and whatever happens, happen. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not invincible. You know, I know I'm not invincible. If something happened to me, though, it ain't the end of the world. It ain't the end of the world. I ain't gonna let that spook me. Oh, man, I got sick. Oh, that mean I gotta get the jab, man. That's what has happened to people. That's literally what has happened to people. People that got sick act like they ain't never been sick before, and they tell you how bad COVID had them. They tell you how bad it had them. And it's like, dude, like I hear you. I hear you, but that's not gonna spook me into getting anything, man. I done been down bad. I done had stomach viruses, man. I had all type of situations back in the day. I had all type of situations back in the day, man. And that is what inspired me to do better with my life. That's what inspired me to do better. So again, man, we gotta get in tune. We gotta get in tune with the herbs. We gotta get in tune with the fruits, with the veggies, with the fasting. We gotta get in tune with all that, man. Just to exercise and stop being lazy. We gotta get in tune with this type of stuff, man. We gotta know what it really means to be healthy, man. A lot of people think that they doing it right, but they not, man. It's a lot of stuff that they eating, man, that's just overly toxic. And that's just, listen, a virus loves a toxic environment, man. That's what it thrives off of, man. It thrives off of a toxic environment, literally. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot supply it with the toxic environment because that's food for the virus, man. So you cannot give the virus the food. You know what I'm saying? So if your environment is not toxic, if it's clean, if it's alkaline, whatever you want to refer to it as, the virus don't have anything to feed off of. So you starving it essentially. So yeah, the virus may exist within you, but it doesn't have anything to feed off of. So therefore, it's going to leave quickly. Because it's like, oh, it's boring here. We don't have anything to feed off of. We can't tear this person down. So we going to move right along. So we gotta understand that, man. We gotta understand what's really happening, man. Once I understood the science of the mind and body, it's like, dude, I'm not fearing this type of stuff, man. Like, I'm not fearing it at all. I'm not fearing it at all. So that's why I'm standing by brothers. I'm standing by brothers and sisters that's like, nope, I ain't getting it. I'm gonna leave this job. I got a client right now, man. She'll go from job to job. She'll leave a job if they try to make her get it. She'll leave a job. And that's the type of stuff that I'm fooling with, man. That's the type of stuff that I'm fooling with, man. Like, listen, we gonna exercise that power. If you don't want to get it, you shouldn't have to get it. Because like I said, we not the problem. We not the problem. We not out here being reckless, man. We not out here being reckless with our bodies. We not out here being reckless with our minds. Somebody need to show and prove to me how I'm a problem based off of how I move, based off of how I eat, based off of how I live. Somebody tell me how, man, I train people all day, every day. Ain't nobody ever left out of here sick. Ain't nobody ever blame me for being sick. So how am I a problem? And I deal with people on a day-to-day basis, Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week. And ain't nobody ever said, man, I went to dude and I got sick. Nobody. Nobody. Matter of fact, I've actually helped people recover faster due to working out and due to suggested herbs and supplements and certain ways to eat. I've actually helped people bounce back when they did, or if they did get sick. So stop playing, man. Stop playing with me, man. Ain't nobody ever said, man, I went to dude and I came down with this. Nobody has. Now, you ain't never heard. Nobody has said that about my establishment. So again, how am I the problem? So how am I the problem? But yet, people would consider me the problem due to my perspective on this whole situation. I would be the problem due to my perspective, man, due to how I see it, due to my stance. But when you analyze how I'm living on a day-to-day basis, there is nothing problematic by the way that I choose to live. Nothing problematic. It's healthy. I stay out of the way. I don't cause trouble. I don't be around people when I'm not training. Like, I'm good. I'm eating clean as I can, drinking the water, exercising. Like, I'm not part of the problem. I'm not part of the problem. I'm not part of the problem at all, man. I'm not adding on to the, you know what I'm saying, the toxicity amongst black men, black women, things along those lines. Like, I'm nowhere near the problem. But if I come out here and I talk about not wanting to get jabbed up, then I am the problem. We are public enemy number one. Amongst family, amongst mainstream America, whoever you tell you public enemy number one. Kevin and Kay, that's what I'm saying, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. We would like, listen, if we don't exercise our power now, we might as well cancel it. Might as well cancel it. Consul Peace, what's happening, my brother? Teaching AI, yeah, healthy lifestyle for sure. And that's what we promoting. Healthy lifestyle. That's what we promoting. Healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle. That's all. Like, how is that that's all I'm promoting. That's all I'm promoting. That's all we promoting. Healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle. That's all we promote. All we promote. Eat your fruits, eat your veggies. Refrain from food for 24 hours. Once or twice a week. Like, what are we saying that's destructive out here? Come on now. Oh, Chuck, for sure, man. For sure, like I said, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trained, I work so hard on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes it'd be hard for me to be consistent with my own regimen. So I just got back to it, just consistency. Stop making excuses. You know what I'm saying? I've been saving the people for so long. I realized I got to save myself. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to make time for myself, man. I'm like, I ain't about to overwork myself to the point where I can't focus on myself. So I got to make sure, I had to make sure I included time to just continue to do what I need to do physically. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be battling with that, man. But I get to it, though. I get to it. I understand what's happening, like what's the problem. Then I make a solution real quick. So I come up with that solution real quick, man. So consistency has been a problem. because my schedule always change. I'm always getting new clients. I'm always training. So I like that, man. I gotta find time to get it in myself, man. So I'm just dedicating certain days to myself, man, in regards to my physical fitness, man. Stay ready. You just say you hate people that say we all gonna have to get it anyway. And that's the defeatist mentality. I swear to you, I can't stand it. That's that defeatist mentality, and that's what's been killing black folks for a very long time. It's just like when you try to get them to eat healthy, we all gonna die anyway. So they looking at the jab the same way. Well, we all gonna have to get it anyway, so might as well. This is why I say black people, we gotta do a better job of standing for something, man. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's not about to be my perspective. It's almost like when that high school was trying to get me to cut my locks. Y'all know what a bunch of those Sambos was telling me. Man, it's just hair, it'll grow back. That's what they was telling me. They was like, dude, you only got 2 more years of high school. Once you get out, once you graduate, you could just grow the hair back. I was like, nah, man, it's about the principle of the situation. I could not get the older black people around me to understand that it was bigger than my hair. It was bigger than hair. Yes, hair would grow back, but it's the principle that they trying to get me to cut my hair for a reason that don't have anything to do with education. I'm coming to this school to get educated, and y'all harping on me about my hair. That literally has nothing to do with education. So it was the principle of the fight. Yeah, my hair can grow back. I could have easily cut the hair and then it grew back. But it was the principle. I was standing for my principle. I'm like, I'm not cutting my hair because what does this have to do with education? What does this have to do with high school education? What does the length of my hair have to do with high school education? It was the principle of the situation. Black people got to understand that it is the principle of the situation. Them black people was like, man, you just cut the hair to grow back. Nah, man. That's when I started to realize how just sleep people were. When people was just making it seem like I was spazzing out over something insignificant, such as my hair, my locks. First of all, I know that you're not really in tune if you just looking at my locks and thinking it's just hair, something that's going to grow back. Y'all don't understand the connection. But again, it's all about principles. I had something that I stood for, which my locks are something that I stand for. It's a principle. I'm not cutting my locks simply because y'all want to discriminate. I'm going to make y'all work. I'm going to make y'all put in work to enforce this rule. I'm going to call y'all bluff, and that's what I did. They could have made that policy, and I could have been like, well, you know what? I just got to go ahead and cut it and bow down. No, I said, you know what? I'm going to make it hard for them, just like they trying to make it hard for me. So I made it hard for them. I made it hard for them. I said, nah, we ain't going out like that. I'm not about to just cut my hair. Y'all going to have to let me know why y'all enforce this policy. So I was in the principal office every other day. I'm like, dude, this policy don't make any sense. It don't have anything to do with me learning. Don't have anything to do with it. It's a distraction. Y'all making me out to be a bad guy simply because I want to wear my locks. This is pointless right now. This is stupid. It's stupid. It's discrimination, this, that, and the third. This ain't got nothing to do with my learning. So it's the principle of the situation. People don't understand that. It's the principle. It's the principle. Yeah, some people can get this jab and they turn out to be okay for the time being. But it's the principle, man. It's the principle. I should be able to say, nah, I don't want to get that and still hold on to my job, still be able to generate some revenue, still be able to go where I want to go, move how I want to move. It's the principle of the situation. But people just, they shook. They shook. They shook. I'm not shook. Like I said, I saw this coming. That's why I had to make the moves that I made. Because I'm like, I know I ain't going to get it. When they enforce this, I'm not getting it. I'm not going out like that. I will lose it. So I might as well just try to do something on my own that will allow me to be able to create my own policies and whatnot. I'm not going out like that, man. If I got to be the only person on the planet without that joint, I'll be the only person on the planet without it. I'm not getting it. I am not getting it. I told myself, whatever the last shot that they tricked me into getting when I ain't know any better, once I knew I said I'm never getting that type of nonsense again. And I meant that. I can't even remember the last joint that they tricked me into getting. Can't remember it when I was a young bull. But once I got the knowledge, I said, man, I will never get any other type of jab. I'm not getting it. And I made that decision. I stood on that. I stood on it. Like, I stood on it, and I haven't caved in, I haven't folded yet, and I'm not folding. Y'all see the hair still long and strong. Not cutting that for anybody. Not cutting the hair for anybody. I'm not getting a jab for anybody. Not doing it. When I make a move, it's because I want to make the move. That's how I'm designing my life. When I make the move, it's because I want to make it. That's power. And we are the most powerful beings on this planet. So we got that type of power. We can do that. Chuck, you say you grow and sell herbs, spices, and flowers. Hey, yo, you gotta drop a link or something, man. We gotta tap in and connect. Kansu for sure, man. I already know we got some soldiers that ain't going out like that, man. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. Oh yeah, Kevin and K production, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's funny, man. This whole situation is funny, and it's revealing a lot. A lot of this stuff, a lot of things we already know, but it's revealing a lot, man. Just the hypocrisy, the contradictions, and all that type of nonsense. Like I said, I don't even care if the joint is safe or not. It's principles for me. As people say, it's principles for me. It's a principle for me, man. I don't care if the joint's safe or not. And then it's crazy man, the craziest thing when I start realizing black people as a whole is doomed. TJ, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the donation. You say appreciate your knowledge and dedication for our people. Literally my first YouTube super chat for sure. Appreciate that. We going down the Guinness books. Appreciate that donation, man. Appreciate that. I'm gonna continue to drop the jewels until I'm not able to drop the jewels anymore. But the moment I realized black people collectively was doomed, but I already knew we was this foolish. But when it happened though, is when they was like, it was FDA approved. And I literally was going on I was seeing on Facebook, black people like, see, now the FDA has approved it. Now what's your excuse? I was like, wow. So y'all think because the FDA didn't approved it, now that somehow makes it better now? I could believe it, but I was like, it was funny how many black people was like, ooh, yeah, they was sharing the link, talking about, yeah, now the FDA approved it, therefore we good to roll. Y'all don't have any excuse not to get it now. I said, man, we got it bad in our community. They got us good. The FDA approval means absolutely nothing. The FDA, according to the FDA, you can eat pig, you can eat the pig, you can eat the pork, all the type of stuff that contribute to all these diseases. FDA done approved all of that. The FDA didn't approve the consumption of all of that type of nonsense that's contributing to all these ailments that I mentioned. So again, the FDA approving and co-signing anything means absolutely nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So when I was seeing people sharing that to convey a point to be like, here, see, FDA approved it. What you complaining about? And then people talking about, oh, I'd rather trust the FDA than y'all people that's on YouTube and Facebook. What? Y'all really gotta thoroughly do the knowledge on the FDA and all these alphabet joints. Y'all gotta do the knowledge. Y'all think that they have your best interests at heart and mind. You are sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken if you think that's almost like thinking the police out here to protect and serve us. Like, are you serious? Kansu, man, appreciate that the Cash App that I just received. Appreciate that. So if you think the FDA is on your side, like, come on. Come on, man. When has the FDA been on our side? Like, when has that ever happened? When have any of these alphabet joints been on our side? When? When any CIA, FBI? Like, when have these people ever been on our side? Man, they gave up. They planted the drugs in our community. They planted the guns in our community. They done did all of this type of stuff, and now we think one of these alphabet joints is on our side. Come on, man. Come on, black people. Come on, black people. Then y'all talking about not trusting scientists and all of that type of good stuff. Then when we give y'all the Dr. Sebi's, the Layla Africas, the Queen of Fools, when we give y'all the black people that's been doing this for 30, 40, 50 years, then y'all want to come up with all type of nonsense as to why y'all not gonna rock with that information. So then when we give y'all the black folks that's so-called qualified, and they giving you the jewels, they giving you the facts, they giving you the evidence, and you still choose to remain blind. Like, it's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. People want to talk bad about Dr. Sebi. People want to talk bad about Layla Africa. People want to talk bad about Queen of Fool. Man, you got black people that have been in this field, have been doing the work for a very long time. And some that passed on, they died doing this work. They died doing this work for the people. But they left behind the people that they taught, books, videos, lectures, all that type of good stuff. They left this stuff behind for us. And we not taking advantage of that. We not taking advantage of it. But when the FDA say something, we all ears now. But Layla Africa write a book. Layla Africa got a video or a lecture on YouTube. We ain't watching that. We ain't watching that. We ain't watching. These dudes literally had patients, dealt with people, reversed conditions, wrote about it, got testimonies. People that told you they didn't follow Dr. Sebi, Layla Africa, and it reversed X, Y, and Z. And we still out here saying that, nah, that ain't science. That ain't this, that, and the third. Like, what more do y'all need, man? If it's a book out or it's a person and they literally telling you, man, I follow Dr. Sebi's regimen and I had problems with my thyroid and I follow Dr. Sebi's regimen and now my thyroid is completely healed. Like, dude, what more do you need? Or I had lupus, I follow Dr. Sebi's advice, I follow Layla Africa's advice, now my lupus is gone, my lupus has been what more do you need? What more do we need? Yeah, Dr. Pookrum, yep. I read, man, yeah, Dr. Pookrum for sure. It's a lot of them. That's something I'm forgetting their names. But we got plenty of them. Plenty of them. Plenty of them. It's crazy. Matter of fact, I even wrote a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be talking about, like, I even wrote a book. Inner Mass, man, how to stay safe during this whole pandemic thing. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I think a client just pulled up on me, man. So I appreciate the chats. I appreciate the super chats, the cash apps, all that good stuff, man. I'm going to tap in with y'all probably tomorrow. So y'all be easy, man, as I destroy these clients. Peace.